Hey, it's the Average right here, aka Coastie, and welcome back to my adventures. In this one, I have the moon, and I'm gonna climb Katahdin. One final climb. Let's go, baby! Whoa! It's 6 o'clock, August 16th. Let's do this. Hiked so many miles to get here. I am so excited. I got to see Katahdin yesterday on the bridge, Abol Bridge. And man, is it intimidating, but I'm excited. Let's go! There she is, guys. The mountain I have a date with. Hopefully, they let me get up there today. About to get on to Baxter State Park. I can see the kiosk from here. Sorry, it's so not steady. Whew. All right, here I am, folks. Baxter State Park. Easy 10 miles in, and then 5 miles straight to the top. So, I was gonna put a reservation in for the Birches, just in case they won't let me summit. But the sign-up sheet is full from last night because they haven't switched it out yet because it's so early. So, we'll see how this works out. So, just in case you're wondering, the Appalachian Trail in Baxter State Park is not the fastest trail to the peak of Katahdin. Apparently there's like 3 other trails and they all are way faster, but you know, AT holding true to his colors is the most inconvenient way to get somewhere. But hey, it's flat and it's pretty good ground, so these 10 miles should go by like 3.5 hours maybe. We'll see. So they do have a little scenery on the way out. There's some rapids that. Yep. So I'm 2 miles out from the campground that you have to register at to go climb. If I keep this pace up, I'll have made 10 miles in 3 hours. That is quite phenomenal to me. Hope I don't pay for it on top. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, I did my big smile yesterday, 29 miles. Whoop, whoop. I wish I had broken 30, but oh well. 29 is fine. I'm okay with that. I'm not a dirty 30. Anyways. All right, made it up to the Birches, I guess. Some shelters. People drive. I really just want to find the ranger station and get going. All right, the ranger station was closed, but hiking on. Just, I'm excited. 4 more miles. But check out that. Oh, the water is so clear. Oh boy, these stairs are quite a change of pace. Can't run up these like I was. Oh man. Okay, now for the fun stuff. Ah, yeah. Climbing Katahdin is not easy. It is not. It was beautiful. I don't know how I'm gonna get through there. First view of the day. Man, I'm glad I did this today, not tomorrow. More awesomeness. Oh my gosh. Oh man. And more to pay still. But yeah. I'm so exhausted. This thing ain't no joke, guys. This ain't no joke. I'm about to get off there. 2 more miles. That's where I gotta go. Oh, look at that. Oh. You should always wait a second. Oh my goodness. The scale and magnitude of this is greater than I ever thought. Oh. It's been a tough climb. I still got more to go. Alright, well, I thought you could see the whole ridge, but that's where we were. We still have more to go. I can see it. Whew. Oh gosh, so far. Alright, folks. I finally made it. Oh. All right, now for the summit down. That's what people forget to tell you. You gotta walk all the way down again. So 5 miles down. Hopefully I can hitch a ride. I need to get the hotel. I'm beat. Oof. Hopefully I don't have to hike the 10 more miles to back to that campsite. Ugh, after the 5. We'll see. Who knew? It's a Thoreau spring. Henry David Thoreau was up there, and he actually climbed Katahdin. That's awesome. I need to read that. He wrote the Maine Woods. That's one of his best writings, apparently. Ooh, tired. One last view over. Bittersweet. Bittersweet. I'm so exhausted. I still have 3.5 more miles. Dang, I'm tired. This is what you have to climb up. Woo! Terrifying to go. Got a little rain done. Just got done with the cliff hanging spot, but it was wet. Still got like 2.5 more miles to go. Yeah. Well, the view is great on the way down. I'm gonna definitely miss the mountains. Luckily I live in the mountains, but not these mountains. These are just great. All right, so I hitched a ride to Millinocket. Got a king suite at the Katahdin Inn and Suites. Not for cheap, but the ride dropped me off here, and I'm too exhausted to think. So it's got a king bed. What else do you need? Now I have to go to Family Dollar and find some cheap clothes that I can switch into so I can do laundry. A little update. Just got off the bus in Portland, and now I'm walking to my fancy hotel after staying in Millinocket for a week. So, stayed at a nice little hostel. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but yeah, I've been just chilling. So, finally making progress. Heading home. See how it goes. Just walked in, and how awesome of a room is this? And it knows I'm here. I can almost see. Oh, I can see the water. You can see it right there. Sweet. Definitely gonna recharge here. Yeah. Finally made it to the ports in Portland. So I'm gonna ride this boat home. The big one, that one. That's the one I'm gonna steal, go home in. So if y'all don't hear from me in a while, it's because I'm in jail. Because I stole that boat. How awesome would that be, though? All right, walking around Salem, Massachusetts. Here's where the witch trials took place, apparently. Somewhere in there, I don't know. Next to the cemetery, makes sense. Check out this fence. Wouldn't you like to whittle all that? That's crazy. Found a boat. I wonder if they'll take me south. Oh, wait, right, it's a museum. I need to find a boat. So that boat is called the If and When. It's actually General Patton's old boat. I just called the guy. He hiked the trail 10 years ago. I told him my sad story of wanting to go south on a boat. And he's like, man, I wish I could hook you up, but you might have to wait till October. And I was like, a bit far, so maybe my idea of sailing home is diminished. But I will take a ferry tomorrow, or the next day. I think that'd be fun. Gosh, how cool would that be? Dang. Alright, so I'm in Salem, Massachusetts. About to do a scorpion shot. I don't do tequila, but yeah, you know, we're gonna do it this time, so. It's in there. It's in there. Can you see it? See it? There it is.
Longboards in Salem, doing a scorpion shot.
Cheers.
So do I eat the scorpion too?
Yeah,
Yes.
the whole thing.
Oh, the whole
Where's
thing.
the scorpion?
Yep.
This isn't vegetarian friendly.
No.
Well, I'm a vegetarian.
It's
But,
not
Alright.
gonna hurt you, I promise. We've done
well, yeah.
Ready?
I'm telling my viewers that I'm a vegetarian. I'm doing the scorpion shot for these two guys in
Yep.
the Marine Corps that are hooking me up tonight. So, all right, do I do this then that?
Nope.
Shot in this. All right.
Yep.
Here we go.
All right, cheers.
Woo!
Like the
That's
savage
not
he
bad.
is.
It's not bad at all. All right, so I got the shirt because you know you do a shot of scorpions, you gotta get a shirt. You can see Boston. Yeah, I can see Boston. Finally made it on a boat. That is so cool.
Thank you all for not to the left. There's going to be a shorter brick building with blue shutters next to the windows, and that is.
So Boston is quite a change of scenery. quite different. There's the big clock tower. A little Coast Guard history here. This Captain John Williams was the first, or one of the first commanders in the Coast Guard. That's pretty cool. He's from here in Boston. All right, so I was able to hop a train to Providence yesterday. There's the State House. Some proofage. Got to hang out with my buddy Hey Squirrel, his mom and I guess stepdad, her partner, hosted me at their house for the night. It was just lovely. Me and Hey Squirrel got to reminisce on all the great tales of the trail and had a lovely dinner and just they're just all lovely people. Love their house. It was great. And now I'm hopping a train to DC and I'm gonna meet some friends there. I got a lot of friends in the area, so I'm gonna hang out there for a couple days, maybe check out the mall and you know see what there's to do in DC. So I'm pretty excited. I am pretty excited. So slowly headed back to Alabama.
Reads them out loud one by one to be explained by
All right, guess where I am. So I just got off the train rather, in DC. So glad I didn't do this while I was on trail. A friend hooked me up with a sweet deal on a room, and I'm going walking tomorrow. In the National, the mall, the National Mall. So pretty stoked. Haven't done this in a while. Lots have changed. Check where I am. There's like nobody out here either. It's crazy. So the last time I was here, cell phones were flip phones. So I had a separate camera, and I have no idea where any of those pictures are. God, that's 2006. I was in my tech school for the Coast Guard, and we took like a day trip up here on the weekend. Drove 4 hours to get here when gas was $2.50 a gallon, and we were freaking out because it was the most expensive it had ever been. And I even remember taking a photo of the gas station when we filled up because it's $1 cheaper than when I was out in California like a month prior. So, anyways, lots changed since then. Jeez. Whew. Man, if you look real close, you can see Jenny running through the water. Oh, gosh. This is a beautiful day out. World War II Memorial. Walking in the shade's way smarter. You know, anything like it is 90 degrees out right now. I need to go back to New England where it's like in the 60s right now. Yeah. All right, haven't updated in a while, but check out that. Walking from the train station to my hotel in Charlotte. I was in Richmond for a couple days with my friend, just chilling, relaxing, shoot some hoops outside the neighborhood, you know. If you can even hear me with cars, I don't know. But almost home, I guess. I may or may not have a car set up for me tomorrow to just drive home. I don't know. We'll see. Last time I tried to make a car reservation to drive from Richmond, it fell through. So just because you have a reservation doesn't mean you have a reservation. Stupid. Oh yeah, you know, only good stuff for me. Check out that view. So I'm back at Rock Gap, just outside of Franklin. Haven't been here since the end of February. It looks completely different. I'm gonna go meet a friend. Picking her up tomorrow. Taking her to Franklin, but I'm just gonna camp by myself tonight because I haven't been in the woods in 2 weeks. Yay! So last time I was here, we had trail magic. Me and Da Vinci were here. He actually signed it for us. I didn't see he signed the log for us, and it was kind of cool going back and looking and just remembering that day and seeing all the names that I know now that I didn't know then. Like the Colt was here just a few days after I was here. Bit and the Two Beards, which weren't named yet because I didn't name them until the day after they stayed here. When I met them at the next gap going into Franklin. Well, I named Letterman Spoons. I didn't name, but they were still going by Beard 1 and 2. But Bit was here. Man, I miss Bit. I miss all these guys. God, what just... It's only a few months ago, but man, it feels like a lifetime ago. This is by far one of the best things I've done. Coming home, hanging out here. Not the greatest campsite, but I remember when I got the trail magic. It was right here. They made some awesome pancakes, but it was rain. It was a miserable morning that morning. It was cold and wet, and but it was a great day because we went into Franklin and I got to see my friend's parents, and they took care of us, and man, it was just so many good memories. One last fire before I go home. I think these 2 weeks traveling back has been just much time, like reflection and just time off from everything, just the trail, home, everything. Just gone from room to room and friend's house to friend's house, and I think I'm finally able to I don't think I've fully processed it. It's processed as good as I can do it now. But being here in this moment, back on trail, near the 100-mile mark, I think this is perfect. I'm glad that the trail led me here, and I want to thank everybody. One, for just watching, because I don't know if I could watch them all, but I think I can finally close out this trip. Because tomorrow I'm going to pick up my friend, drop her off in town, and then probably head home. So this is it. This is my final night on trail, thankfully. And again, I want to take this time to say thank you to everyone. Not just you, the viewer, but all the trail angels out there. Gosh, there's so many. I wish I could remember half their names. Unfortunately, the hiker brain has, is not great. But man, let me take a second and just say their names, the ones I can remember, and all the people that have got me here, the ones that got me motivated to do this, to even film it, even. And so first off, I gotta thank my mom. She has been my biggest cheerleader, my biggest supporter. I think she was the first person I told, at least in my family. There might have been some friends that I told first, but or at least bounced off the idea with, anyways. But yeah, my mom has been great. She she made sure I was safe. You know, I checked in with her, you know, every chance I could, and she just, you know, full support. I mean, couldn't ask for anything else. The rest of my family, my dad, my two sisters, they've been pretty good. They've definitely checked in on me, make sure I was still alive. They didn't understand. I don't think anybody understands the want for this unless you've done it or have that desire in you already. I may not have done it, but you at least understand the desire and the call of the trail. So, luckily, you know, everybody was pretty supportive. I think they all wish I was done quicker and back home already, but, you know. To my friends, Alan, he's the one who I was supposed to finish up the trail with, but fortunately his kids got sick. But he is my biggest inspiration, or one of my biggest inspirations. We talked about it as kids. We talked about doing this as kids, and I didn't understand it because the trail called him, and so it was always his idea. But I was like, man, that sounds cool. And but he went and did it at 19, and I kind of lost track of it. I just didn't, you know, it wasn't calling me yet. And but because he did it, it just always inspired me. But to Odie, the hiker yearbook guy, yeah, he was probably my most recent biggest inspiration. Meeting him at that the campsite at Montesano in Huntsville that day, and he remember him. He's like, "Hey, are you a hiker?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Come here." And so we talked. I was like, at that point, I got on one trip, you know, maybe two. So I didn't really consider myself a hiker, but nevertheless, he took the time out and he talked to me, and I mean he talked about trail magic and, you know, Sobo, Nobo, and all these words I just didn't understand, and trail angels, and I just nothing made sense to me. I thought he was a crazy homeless man. It turns out I was a crazy homebound man, you know. But man, he definitely lit the fire that burned, you know, that insatiable desire until you're done. He's the one who kind of really got that started. But to the random guy I met at the campsite, before I even went on my first backpacking trip, I don't even know, I can't remember his name, but man, it was at Montesano. Actually, I was testing my gear out. I had just gotten my REI tent that leaked, you know, after 2.5 years. But I had just gotten my tent. I was trying it out, and he just randomly strolled up to my campsite and was like, "Hey man, you got a fire going, you mind if I come join you later?" And he did, and he got to talking. He's like, "Yeah, I thru-hiked the AT a few years back, and meeting a friend here that I met on the trail, and I didn't understand the brotherhood that the trail creates." And but his story was inspiring, and but I didn't think much about it. And then I met Odie, and then that's when the fire really started. But man, it seemed like every time I went out, that first few months that I was backpacking, I always met somebody that had been on the trail, and all their stories just inspired me, you know, kept that fire ignited. And to my friends Brian and David that I met out in the Katahdin wilderness, they kept me, they made camping fun. And when I met them last August actually, doing the broncoing stuff, they really encouraged me to get on YouTube and you know, do the bronco stuff, which obviously led to the thru-hiker video. So they were probably my biggest cheerleaders for that. On top of them, my friend Steven and Charles both encouraged me to do the YouTube thing many years ago, and I just never did it. I just didn't get it. But Charles especially, he was the one who took me out on my first backpacking trip, and I learned a lot. Actually, most of my first, you know, systems that I started with, that I eventually had to change. But actually, you know, a lot of the skills I learned first was from Charles, and those systems worked great for weekend trips. But obviously, through hiking, I had to change it up a little bit. But I will always be forever indebted to him for getting me out here and actually backpacking. So thanks, buddy. Hello. All right, so I'm back home now. I was editing this video. Got a little trim, got a little professional looking. No longer hiker trash. But I didn't get like when I was in the woods that night. Like I put the camera down for a second, and then I put it back up, and I started recording again. Right, started talking again. Apparently, I didn't record, so I missed out on all the other thank yous that I need to thank. So, plus then some people showed up after I realized I missed it. And long story short, here I am. I'm at home 2 weeks later. I'm a slacker, and so I want to thank these people. To the trail angels out there, God bless them. I'm not even yes, just, you know, thank you for the things you do. People like Fresh Grounds, who fed me so much food, and he took the extra steps to make sure I, a vegetarian, the pickiest eater in the world, almost pickiest eater in the world, that I had food when he saw me, and I appreciate that so much. Miss Lovett, thank you for bringing steaks for my friends, even though I don't eat them, and I think you even brought us beer, which in never in a million years I would have ever thought you would have done that, and I appreciate that so much. To the Canterberries, Miss Nancy and Buck, y'all are truly amazing people, and I am so glad that y'all showed up. And then I gotta go back to Franklin and experience it again and reminisce on those memories. So thank you. Squeak, I'll see you in October. Thank you for letting me tent in your house. That was awesome, and for getting me back in touch with Odie. That was that means a lot. So Bourbon Batman, you are the man. Hooking me up, let me crash at your place for a couple nights, let me recoup, picking me up on the mountain, dropping me off again. That was truly a blessing, truly the recharge I needed to finish that trip. Whew, man, they all escape me. There's so many names, so many trail angels out there, and I wish I could remember them all. And I've tried to go back and recount as many as I can. But to the trail angels at that at that shelter. Matter of fact, they charged me up that day. Gotta switch arms. It was a mom and son duo that hiked. I think they hiked last year, and they went off to do the PCT this year after doing Trail Magic for us. So that was pretty cool. So many guys that dropped off beer and water. Those people that drop off water caches in Pennsylvania, well, all through the Northeast, especially this year with all the droughts they were having, man. And to refill those daily for hikers, it's just, I truly commend you, and I truly appreciate it. And I'm sure thousands more hikers also appreciate it. I mean, not that I ever depended on those, but man, it was always nice to have. So, again, I can't name them all because hiker brain sucks. Luckily, I recovered some names. But again, I appreciate all the angels out there. Keep doing what you do. Hikers love you. If you have any ability to help a hiker out, you should do it. You should do it. I plan on doing it some this year, and as the Sobos reach Georgia, I'm going to try to reach out and grab some and feed some, and maybe even try to take some to the airport. So we'll see. But and if you don't have the time to help a hiker by going and doing some trail maintenance. We all know some of those trails need a lot of maintenance. So if you don't have the time and you can donate some, please you know, throw a couple bucks somewhere on a trail and help the trail along, because it needs some help. So again, I appreciate all the views, all of them. It's truly humbling to see how many people watch and follow along with my stories. It's great. I you know, it's no, I'm no Dixie, no, I'm no any of the other big guys, but even if there was only 10 people to have watched me all the way through, I don't care. That's still pretty awesome to me, I think. So I appreciate you. Even if you just watched this one video, or just one video period, I appreciate it. It really means a lot. So I appreciate you. Again, thank you for all the support, all the love, and hopefully the next adventure isn't too far along, and I'll see you on that one. So hey, I'll see you on the trail. Thanks again.